filming 2 what's for dinner videos, and tonight is red beans in the crock pot. Action. Okay, I need you to ask me what's for dinner.
What's for dinner?
Okay, so this week I'm gonna film 2 what for dinner videos, and tonight we're making red beans in the crock pot. So I got my crock pot ready. It's gonna be super easy, super delicious. I've never made it before with this recipe, but I trust it. It's got 5-star reviews.
Can't go wrong.
All right, so let's go through the ingredients. Okay, so first we're gonna need a bunch of different spices. So in the description box, I'm just gonna put all the measurements because it's just too much. But we got cayenne, onion, garlic, paprika, cumin, chili powder, some salt, and brown sugar. And then you're also gonna need some chicken stock. I'm gonna use the Better Than Bouillon. Is that how you say it?
Perfect.
That's fancy. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Better Than Bouillon to get our chicken stock. For our meat, we're gonna do smoked sausage. And the recipe calls for ham shank. Is that a thing?
Yep.
Okay, well, we're skipping that because I've made red beans before with the Jimmy Dean sausage, and just trust me, it's good. So we're gonna use that. And then I kind of am cheating on this part. Instead of cutting up my onion and bell pepper, I just bought the seasoning mix already chopped up. So if you don't have this or can't find this, then you'll just chop 1 onion and 1 bell pepper. And then of course you'll need your dried beans. All right, so first we're just gonna brown the Jimmy Dean sausage. You don't have to cook it all the way through because we're gonna throw it in the crock pot, so it'll have plenty enough time to cook. So let's get that brown. Alright, so first we're gonna add our chicken stock. 4 cups. We're gonna add that seasoning mix, which is the onion, bell pepper. I think is it parsley in there? I don't know, it's got something else in there. Then I went ahead and cut up the sausage. We're gonna go ahead and add that in. We're gonna add our Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, which we drained. And it says to just add the beans dry, which I usually soak, so I'm curious to see how that's gonna come out, but we're just gonna trust the process. And then here's all the seasonings. We'll go ahead and put that in. We'll mix it up and cook it on high for about 6 to 8 hours. Y'all, these were seriously so good. So I just put it on top of brown rice, put some green onions, and serve it with some cornbread. Delish. Okay, so for our second dinner this week, we're going to be doing chickpea curry. This recipe looks super easy. I think it's only going to take me about 10 minutes. So for that, we're going to need 2 cans of chickpeas, 1 can of coconut milk, some curry powder, vegetable stock, an onion, honey, sriracha. And then to go along with it, we're gonna serve it with some naan. I just got the mini ones and some jasmine rice, and I'm just gonna do the minute jasmine rice because it's so easy to make.
Okay, so I just added a couple tablespoons of olive oil to the pan along with that chopped onion. We're just going to cook that until it becomes nice and tender. We're also going to just go ahead and drain the 2 cans of chickpeas, and you're going to want to rinse these as well. Now that the onions are pretty cooked, we'll go ahead and add the curry powder. And I forgot to mention that we are adding garlic to this, so I have about 1 tablespoon that we'll just dump in there. And you're just going to stir that around till it's fragrant. It already smells like so good. And to that, we're going to add the 1 cup of stock. And of course, I had to point out Penny Pooh, the cutest. And we'll go ahead and add in the sriracha. I'll have the recipe linked below. I didn't really measure anything out, but if you like it really spicy, add more. If you don't, add less. And then we'll add the honey in. I didn't measure that either. Just kind of eyeball it. Next we have the coconut milk. So you're going to pour that in, and it looks a little clumpy at first, but once you get it boiling, it should start to kind of separate out. And then add your chickpeas, and you'll just bring everything to a boil and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Super easy. Y'all, this came out really good too. If you're not a chickpea fan, I would say that you probably could just add in any other type of cooked protein as well, and it would work. Delicious.